Welcome to Two Open Doors, the podcast that explores our power to open or close the doors of relationship with the important people in our lives. We hope you'll learn from and share your wisdom with our community. Thanks for joining us. Love is a deceptively anodyne and ambiguous term that can mean different things to different people. Most people value being loved. Love makes the world go round. Why is it so highly prized? We'll consider that in this episode. From my perspective, I see love as a word that carries a number of meanings. First, it's worth observing that love is both a noun and a verb. That word can refer to either a static thing or an active action. The Oxford Languages Dictionary provides the following definitions for love. As a noun, it can be either an intense feeling of deep affection or a great interest and pleasure in something. And as a verb, it can mean to feel deep affection for someone or to like and enjoy very much. For completeness, that dictionary also defines affection as a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. The first and rather obvious thing that I note is that all of the meanings of love involve emotion. That observation applies to both love and affection. Emotions are our physical, biochemically mediated reactions to events that we experience. More precisely, emotions are our usually immediate and short duration reactions to the feelings, or affect, that those events trigger in us. Feelings have two fundamental characteristics: their valence, or whether we perceive them as good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, and their accompanying level of arousal, or the resulting intensity of physical activation that they produce in us. The affect that underlies love has a positive valence. It feels very good to us. In addition, love often, though not always, produces a high state of activation in us. We perceive it as intense. Emotions are action-oriented, and the intense, feel-good nature of love prompts us to actions such as wanting to approach and connect with the object of our love. The second thing that I note is that love flows in two directions. The feelings that we experience in love are really directed at the object of our love. The person we love is the source of our loving emotion, and the positive actions that love inspires in us are also directed to the benefit of that person. In addition, though, our love creates satisfaction and desire that come to us. The great interest and pleasure that we feel, or the sense that we like or enjoy that love, are reactions in us that benefit us. As we can see, love manages to be a good thing for both lover and beloved. It's truly a win-win. Given its nature as a strong positive emotion, love can be a powerful motivating force in our lives. We want to do whatever we can to bring love into our lives. By extension, we want the objects of our love to be regular and integral parts of our lives. When we love someone, we invite them in to share a life with us, and we offer ourselves to become an important part of the beloved's life. In addition to orienting us toward giving and generosity, love also brings out the best of us in other ways. In prompting us to be our best selves in the eyes of our beloved, our love brings out our positive qualities. It promotes our pro-social qualities such as kindness, compassion, understanding, and patience. It makes us more attentive and attuned to the desires of our beloved. Knowing that we are loved promotes confidence in ourselves and reinforces our feelings of personal worthiness. The resulting self-assurance helps us to be more relaxed and alive in the present moment. Love is a potent elixir for embracing life. As biological organisms, we humans are motivated to seek out the things that we need: safety, food and drink, sex and companionship, etc. That's the basis for the biological notion of homeostasis, or ongoing maintenance of a healthy internal physiological state. In a real sense, we are all inherently selfish. We tend to think first of our own needs and only after about the needs and desires of others. To me, one of the beautiful things about love is that it drives us to move beyond our own petty interests. Love is directed outward from us, toward those we love. The actions through which we express our love are meant to benefit those we love. In a very real sense, our loving actions demonstrate to our love that we wish them well. Our world is very competitive. Many of our physical interactions, as well as our social and economic actions, are expressions of a Darwinian competition for scarce resources. This pervasive competitiveness makes many of our social actions transactional in that they become a quid pro quo exchange of time, resources, or other commodities. Love is very different from that. It is not transactional in that it is a freely given gift to our beloved. Of course, on some plane, we hope that our beloved will feel gratitude for our gift and will reciprocate that love. But true love is not couched as an exchange between partners. Love is also based on a perspective that we have an abundance of goodwill, support, and appreciation to offer to our beloved. A lover doesn't typically think in terms of doling out their love, but rather gives freely from what feels like an endless reservoir of love. In the world of polyamorous relationships, there's a widespread notion that, quote, love is infinite. The feelings that underlie love may indeed be infinite, but of course our time and our physical and emotional resources are quite finite. I firmly believe that love is a verb. It needs to be demonstrated and actualized through the support and validation that we offer our beloved. What that suggests to me is that we need to be responsible toward those we love. We need to know that we're able to truly be there for them in a spirit of love-motivated giving. Otherwise, our love remains a hollow symbol. In and of itself, love is neither a good nor a bad thing. Rather, it is a motivator for our action, as we've considered. And as a motivator, it can lead us to perform either good or bad actions. We've already enumerated many of the ways in which love can bring out the best in us. However, it can also drive us to less than positive acts. In becoming an essential and treasured part of our life, our beloved can also trigger our potential insecurities about losing the things we value. We can respond to love by becoming possessive, jealous, or controlling. We can become inclined to assess our interactions with others as potential opportunities for loss of our lover's affection and attention. The resulting fear can motivate inappropriate self-protective behavior, such as trying to own and control our beloved. And that, in turn, can drive a real wedge between us and our beloved. It's important to realize that it isn't love that lies at the root of such bad and self-defeating behavior. Rather, it's our own fears, insecurities, and weak self-image. Love can weaken the hold that these have on us through the enhanced self-worth that can come from being loved. Of course, it remains our responsibility to make an effort to try to grow past these fault lines in our personality. Netting out what we've considered about love, it does indeed appear that love can hold a special place in our lives. The potential for love to bring out our better side makes it a good candidate to build our life around. Along with trust and safety, love is the foundation for any intimate human relationship. It energizes our desire and ability to transcend our personal desires and focus on supporting our beloved. Love suggests that life isn't just about competing for scarce resources. It's equally about inviting the richness and satisfaction that we can only receive as a gift from those who love us. Love reminds us that our positive feelings, such as affection and generosity and compassion for others, are a reliable compass that we can steer by in our quest for satisfying human connections. Love is indeed special. To learn more about Two Open Doors and to engage with our community, I'd like to invite you to visit the Two Open Doors private Facebook group for posts and discussion, and the Two Open Doors meetup group for events. I also invite you to contact me directly by writing to me at Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E, @twoopendoors.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll use your inputs to guide my work on future blog posts and podcast episodes. Thanks for visiting Two Open Doors.